Today we are reacting to the videos. I don't know what to rec. I just wanna rec this. Let's rec this.
Gaano kasarap ang bagong magic flakes?
There are many ways to interpret all the letters in the alphabet.
A.
For instance, A could stand for apple, an amazing and appetizing treat. B could be for a big, beautiful butterfly fluttering through the sky. And C could be all sorts of things. Calm, C. Courageous, C. Cowardly, C. Crazy, C. Or even cool, C. But all too often, D has stood for death. Yes, this is a story about the most evil of all the letters, F, and how it became the villain it is today. You see, F had started to attack various, seemingly random letters of the alphabet, picking them off one by one. He started locking up his victims in handcuffs, deep inside the from when they were young, and not for the better. Of course, there were those who looked to end his reign of terror. G called out with his horn to enlist the help of his ABC allies.
Gray.
D and E had no idea why they were being captive, but clearly something was wrong with F. He had changed from when they were young, and not for the better. Of course, there were those who looked to end his reign of terror. G called out with his horn to enlist the help of his ABC allies.
I thought G was cool.
Together, they formed a cab and swore to track down F to the ends of the earth. But they were too late to save H. His faint, ghostly body faded away like dust in the wind.
Seriously?
And even that was a better fate than that of I. The poor little guy was jumped on and squashed repeatedly, eventually becoming a diabolical weapon used by F against the other alphabet letters.
I is a superpower.
J was incinerated instantly, never to be heard from again.
J?
While K was left in a state of shock, having just witnessed the death of his dearest friend.
Oh, poor K.
But F would have no mercy on him. He forced K to become a set of rapid flapping wings that allowed him to soar through the air. Meanwhile, G, C, A, and B drove furiously towards the chaos in order to defeat F and his new unwilling partners. Though, when they finally arrived, they discovered I was too powerful. He charged up an enormous shot enough to wipe them all from the alphabet for good. G, C, A, and B huddled together, bracing for certain death.
That is the problem.
Luckily for them, L showed up to save the day just in the nick of time, along with his entire group of superheroes,
guy, right?
LMNOP.
I forgot it.
You see, they were seen as the protectors of the alphabet. Each of them had a very special gem that gave them immense power.
I think they are.
M was able to break K free from F using his super strength, allowing him to fly away to safety.
Why do they have hair? That is my question. Why
But
do they have
the attacks
hair?
of N and O were much less successful,
why do they have hair?
barely doing any kind of damage. When it was P's turn to attack, everyone was mesmerized, particularly G, who had been in love with her for as long as he could remember. F used the distraction as a chance to steal N's semicolon gem. With his new power in hand, he retreated back to his cavernous lair, locking up I away for good. After losing the semicolon crystal, and became normal once again. Disgusted by his failure, L and O flew away. One letter in particular, Q, frantically crawled towards the other letters. He seemed desperate to tell them something, but his slow, snail-like body never allowed him to fully reach them. It didn't take long for F to claim another victim. D. With F lost again, the others needed direction. The letters M, A, and P came together to form a map for G to track down F's location. He was heading straight for S.
N was a good guy before, I remember.
Try as they might, the heroes were too late to save S. The letter had been eaten by F, slurped down like a spaghetti noodle.
I forgot.
L and O were
Oh, it was 1 week ago.
First to arrive, they tried to stop F in his tracks with their magic. But F had become too powerful. He easily shrugged off their attacks using the semicolon gem he stole from N earlier, and wasted no time collecting the colon and period gems from L and O. He felt all the force energy of the punctuation crystals flowing through him. Soon, no one would be strong enough to defeat him, and his plan would be complete.
Watch till the
After
end,
that,
guys.
F attacked T, smashing him like a hammer into the ground. The other letters tried to stand up to F, but not even M in all his super strength could do any damage to him. F stole M's comma crystal. The only one that stood even the slightest chance was P. She bolted around with supersonic speed, thanks to her exclamation point gem. She was able to land several mighty blows against F, knocking him down to the ground.
I am not a fan of
Still,
P.
she was no true match for him. As she charged up her
but I
beam
am
attack,
not
F was
fan of
able to strike
I
her
am
with
a
a comma
girl,
freeze
but I
ray
don't like
he had just
any
stolen from M, leaving her locked in
stuff,
time.
so
F has won. With 4 of the 6 punctuation gems in hand, he possessed abilities no other letter would dare to fight.
one of my
That
favorites.
is, except for C, who had always been brave in the face of danger. Unfortunately, that was his undoing.
Jesus
F viciously
Christ.
attacked C, shredding him like
No.
old newspaper.
He's
F's
my
work here
friend.
was done.
My
He flew away
friend.
with P. The others
is
mourned the
Clark.
loss of their friend C, but realized that
P.
if they were to ever defeat F,
P.
they would have to get creative.
P.
G and N joined forces with you in order to form a weapon.
Gun.
Surely, this would be the answer to all their problems, right? One blast and their nightmare could be all over. They fired F just as he was about to attack
wasn't
me. A direct hit. G, U,
I think.
and N all rejoice. It was finally over. Until they realized F had more tricks up his sleeve. Somehow, he was able to disguise P as himself. G hadn't saved the day. He had shot his love. And with that, a new word inside N's mind is formed.
No.
Coward. N thought back to everyone that had died or been captured.
Yes.
How no one was able to save them, including LMNOP, the supposed saviors of this realm. How was he going to stand up to F now?
I think they are.
Meanwhile, F went back to his mountain to prepare for the final
they
phase of his
fighted-
evil plan before being stopped in his tracks by X. X
I am
was
a
a
big
noble
fan of
warrior.
X.
His beaming asterisk
number
gem
one favorite.
glistened in the air. His special
ask
power
me,
was
I'm
the
a
ability to
girl.
clone himself. Identical copies of X started to spread out far and
I
wide,
just don't
surrounding F
support
in waves.
Pink a lot.
The strategy
but
worked.
it's
F
one
was
of-
perplexed
it's
by the
my
clones.
fifth
He had no
favorite,
idea where
okay?
to attack, so
Don't laugh
he
at
surrendered his gems. Being the chivalrous ninja he was, X obliged and put down his gem as well,
I love ninjas.
revealing
That's
the
why
true
my name in
X.
this channel is Ninja.
But chivalry
Okay.
can also be foolish. Without the element of surprise, X was quickly dispatched by F
Like
and his mighty
subscribe.
jaws. And with him defeated, F was able to steal his crystal. Now only 1 punctuation gem remained out of his grasp. As Y mourned the loss of X, F began to set his trap. He plopped against
why
the
did
sides of the
F
wall,
didn't tell
creating
Y?
oozing puddles of
I
disgusting
am
black
not.
goo.
I am thinking about it. Why
Then
did
he
X
vomited
didn't
up
kill
S, locking
Y?
him and R in chains alongside I, E, and
And then why
D. Clearly,
did-
pick up the gems one by
That's my
one
friend's name,
as his team was slowly
Mabuhay.
picked apart. M, U, G, A, all taken away by the gross black darkness spread by F. It seemed as if N would be next. A giant set of sharp teeth filled the tunnel like a flood, and
I
N was
think
forced
that
to
will
flee.
be in the end.
But
Like,
instead of killing N, it led him all the way to F's inner sanctum. N wasted no time retrieving the last of the punctuation gems and transforming into his final form, unleashing an
Please don't
attack of
add
rainbow
hair.
energy directly at F.
yeah, there. Oh Jesus! Why did they have hair? They didn't want us. They had more hair than it thinks to do.
And had done it. He defeated
One-
F with the power of love.
3 colors in
Or
one guy.
was it actually
3
the
colors in
power
one
of
guy.
evil? As N got closer, he finally
correct.
realized what F was trying to spell. The word friends.
Friends.
No one knew how or what F was planning, except the wise Q, who had finally managed to catch up to the others. Q explained to everyone the prophecy he had
coming
foretold
back.
long ago.
show
F
them
and the other letters used to be younger, so young in fact
the
that they
past.
were all lowercase.
Friends.
And everyone got along, playing and dancing.
Oh, this is adorable.
That is, of course, until L and O decided to beat up N. L launched O like a slingshot towards the sad
Guys, is this okay?
letter and then mocked his insignificance. F, being the good friend he was, decided to pull off a hilarious prank as revenge. He corralled up the letter A-R-A-N-T to help him spell fart. The gross flatulence as a result was loud and stinky enough to be heard throughout the entire alphabet, even killing H.
Dead.
But L and O would not be made fools of. They smacked F around, stomping and squishing him. It was so sad that the tears F cried became hard and crystallized into the punctuation gems we know today. They pushed F in R-I-C-K to force him to spell one of the only forbidden words in the dictionary. Frick. The other letters were disgusted. How could he? They all teamed up to beat up F even more, punching him around, blasting out his teeth, even tripping him. F continued to cry. His final tear became the question mark crystal, the last gem to be completed. It seemed like no one cared for F anymore, so he ran away to the mountain in solitude. As the years passed, F grew older and more bitter. He became an uppercase letter and started preparing his scheme. Deep down, F wasn't evil. He was just lonely and heartbroken, and wanted nothing more to be loved once again by his old friends. You see, it's important to realize that no one letter is good or bad. They all come together to make something bigger than themselves. An alphabet united can quickly become untied, and a real fun so easily turns into funeral. In the end, the alphabet is what you make of it, and some of the deepest wounds can only be cured by time, and some restful sleep.
Next time I'm getting a new mask in Lazada. So that's all for today. I'll direct another video of that video. Goodbye.